Foe-Hammer back with episode 18 and the final episode of our modded Tyrion campaign for the High Elves. We confederated Imric last episode, and we are just about to start to use him to take out some of the Chaos Swords, which they actually have a fair amount of territory. They've expanded into the Mountains of Morn. I believe when we confederated Imric, he was at war with Kirin, but for now that's not a problem. We've still kept pushing into Lustria a little bit with one of our armies. Wolf 1 is completely under our control now. And in Nagaroth, we are pushing into the Dark Elves up in the north, but the the regular dwarfs are actually making a pretty good invasion force down here. They've got 2 armies full of slayers and some pretty good units, so we're going to have our work cut out for us. But this guy was sailing to take out that rogue army that was at sea. Now,
until next time,
we'll send you north into Nagaroth. Technology, we just barely finished great weapons. I'm not sure exactly what we want to do right now. I think we go back to this, Teachings of Hoeth. Gives a minor buff for Lords and Heroes, but it also gives Teaching of Hoeth ability for Lore Masters, so this gives them Spell Mastery, makes them better in combat, longer they're in melee or casting spells. But this is the raw one we want. 10 armor for Forest Spirits will be good for Alariel, but 10 armor for Handmaiden Heroes, and melee defense and physical resist for Handmaidens and Sisters of Avalorn, so that's what I'm going to go for. We are building up some of our territory over here. Norse has started to push back a little bit. So we recruited an army right here while this guy pushes west. Let's actually go through our settlements first, I think. Citadel of Blood. We'll put a garrison here just in case, because there's lots of Warriors of Chaos and Norse out there. Lightwater. More growth. Kind of Vladriel, you're probably safe, so I don't need to put a garrison there. Let's give you an embassy since we are kind of needing more influence per turn. Nagaroth, we're going to save our growth so we can get Tor and Light to tier 4. Made of Bones. Uranok is finally getting to tier 5. But for Avathir, what do we want to build? I think we already get 1 turn global recruitment on almost everything except for like Sisters of Avalorn and like monsters. So let's go for an Elven Embassy instead. Yeah, the -1 global recruitment time for Tyrion is very, very nice. These are 3 Lord Masters of Hoeth who all have the growth trait, so we're going to send them to Nagaroth since that is the province we need the growth in the most. Calador is almost on to tier 5, but we have Imric's landmark in the the Darklands to let us recruit Caladorian Citadels, so we'll see more of them. Kothik is building its landmark so we can get Kothikan Knights pretty soon. Torchair is on its way to tier 4 so we can start to get Creation Hunters, because these guys are actually really cool. Basically a ranged version of White Lions. Our anti-large have anti-large missiles, so Dargoth. I forgot about this guy. Oh, they're actually besieging Eltharion. Oh, they have 3 armies. Okay, not too many good units, but our Cabal, you're gonna wait till you hit level 35s until we can get some of your unique skills. The Lore Master of Hoeth gets his unique skills much higher than a lot of the other heroes. Heroic victory? Against 3 armies? Sure.
Failure is unthinkable. You are making a mistake.
Hopefully that gets Caval above the threshold.
They cannot live. Coward.
I can march back into the city, so let's do that so we don't take more damage from attrition.
Prince Elthar.
Hey, we want to get Arcane Conduit. Then I believe we've got all the other skills we want right now, except for this one. This does campaign move range and global. Oh, global recruitment capacity? I completely forgot about that. That's going to be very useful. Caval hit level 35, though, finally. So further studies gives research rate and magic item drop chance from battle. Towering intellect gives you 5 skill points. Cool. But if we go on this, then we get access to a lore passive. Then at rank 40, you can get spell intensity, winds of magic, cost reduction, miscast base chance, cooldown. What about up here? Master of Battlefield lore, you gain hit points, armor. Oh, that was really, really good. We don't cast too often with him. Because we have Eltharion to do it now. Let's do Careful Reflection. We go back. Does he gain more skill points? Yes, he does. Cool. So, Guardian, Slippery, Stand Your Ground is probably the best one, or Colossal Strike. We'll get Stand Your Ground because he sits around with infantry most of the time. Let's go back into his combat skills. Finish off melee attack. Let's give him missile and spell resist as well. I've kind of got everything I want to on as far as spells. Spirit Leech and Earth Blood. So let's just give you more weapon strength. Noble, you fit level 18. Noble's on a Griffin too, cool.
Alariel the Everqueen.
Lariel. Is this Harganath's last settlement? Oh, it is. Cool.
The Everqueen.
We'll wipe them out then.
To battle.
Man, Treemen do not like auto-resolve.
You will never hold
Even against, like, weaker armies. You don't have in your army. You don't have too much melee. Let's do Art of War. You're going to be a hunter. War Master. Finish off trading, please. Our Handmaiden. We have replenished troops with the Noble, so I don't need that one. Let's do Stimulate Growth and Speed of Assyrian. You still have to worry about all these, whatchamacallem, Norse vassals. But you are going to come help fight the dwarfs. Let's keep giving you some more units. We'll just do Seaguard locally. Do a few Caledonian Sentinels because they're good in melee. And let's do Sisters of Avalon. Right, you're going to keep pushing into them.
You have my attention.
Go! Oh, you went the wrong way. You're supposed to go this way.
Splendid.
And I believe we've fully maxed out this guy's shipbuilding.
I will do my duty.
Yep, okay.
A noble and worthy
With
cause.
Gem of Sunfire is actually a really good item. Keep doing skirmishers to benefit local sea rangers. You fit level 50, so last point to mentor. You finished off your unique skills, so let's keep going for more melee defense.
Noble son of Ulf.
Okay. I think the only place we haven't moved is... Oh yeah, we haven't moved Tyrion or Lethanar since we did Confederate Nagaroth as well. They had been wiped out previously, but we do get them back when we confederate their faction as part of the Phoenix Court. Hey, Tyrion, you're going to keep pushing into here.
There is glory
What?
to be won.
Use a Sister of Aberlin to this garbage?
We have captured it.
That's ridiculous.
Ready to serve.
Well... I do want more ranged firepower. Do we have a good regiment of renown to give you? We'll give you the gray. I believe everyone in this army is on auto assign, except for the Dragon Mage, which we can do now. Okay, Malekith is down to his last, I think, 2 settlements, which is this one, and I believe one up here. Let's just double check that. Oh, he's got 3. Okay, so. But you'll take Grana next turn.
I'm ready.
We have Gromma no. Oh, I forgot about that. They had an army down here that got through. Okay, so Haggrave has got sacked by Gromma no last turn.
Burden of the Shadowlands.
Lethanar, can you make this? Yes, but they're going to retreat.
Shadowlands.
We'll just keep pushing in north. I don't care if we lose Haggrave. We can recruit another army to deal with it.
Calls. It's war. A reminder of crossing Alifa Nar. Attend. We gather here.
Come back to the settlement to heal a little bit. Make sure they don't take it too.
High Elven
But I guess Tyrion can come down this way to fight the dwarves. So we'll have you move north. Just put you in the least blessings. You can maintain high winds of magic.
There is only vengeance. Burden of the Shadowlands.
Master. We didn't respec Lethanar because it wasn't terrible, but for some reason he didn't have any of his ranged upgrades. Okay, for you, you're in Lethanar's army, so Loak is typically the elven god associated with that. What do you get for Loak? You get melee defense, weapon strength, stock, and the Dance of Luck. That's not very good, actually. Vol, Mothlan, Kurnos. He's actually associated with Kurnos as well. Hit points, Vanguard deployment, armor piercing damage, woodsman. Gun. F. You know what? We haven't done with Assyrian yet. Let's do Assyrian. Then replenish troops.
Revenge.
Right, you guys are in a caravan. Oh, we haven't moved this guy that's in Lustria. We're kind of just taking coastal settlements and then selling stuff off to Hexawaddle. I do want to build you up. We're going to save your growth so we can get you to the last tier really quick.
Asa Noble.
Oh, Skulltech is bringing a full army, this time led by a exalted Bloodthirster. Oh, we have moved Imric. That's right. He was going to go attack the Chaos Dwarves. Or this lady, we haven't
Master of
dealt with her
high
yet.
magic. Alt one prevails. Asaurian protects.
I'm going to take
Their
Grandeur.
existence threatens all. A new
We'll garrison
fortress.
you here for a turn, so you can start to heal up before you go after Nagashazar.
Alt one's archmage. The most
You have a pretty good army, but your lord is very low level. Sure, I have a better one to replace you. An Archmage of the Lord of Heavens with Protected is not bad. Shadows, Light, Life. Life is probably going to be the best one. I'll do this for the ward save because you actually do have some phoenixes.
master of high magic.
Sorry, cleared my throat a little bit. And Imric.
Heat cannot stay.
We don't need you on the least blessing because you actually don't have a mage right now.
Handmaiden of the Ever.
I forgot about that. Do we have one that we can recruit? I think you're still building your mage building. Yeah, so we can't recruit a mage down here yet. We can over here though. Let's get a life mage because Emmerich definitely needs it. Okay, you give a research rate and reduce enemy hero action stuff. Actually, I'm just going to take it for the research rate.
Winds are rising. I hear the Cadenas.
Yeah, you'll come down this way. Yeah, let's take the Black Fortress. They're at war with
Greetings. Let us speak quickly, for I wish to
the
fight.
dwarfs. Let's use. Oh no, not Nurgle. We want to do them because we don't want to bring in his allies.
I will not fail. We will.
We wanted to take the Black Fortress first because it has the Dreadquake Mega Mortar, which can be a nightmare in manual battles if we're not careful. So, all right, we take medium casualties. Actually, I'm okay with that to auto resolve it, just so we don't lose too much in a manual battle because of that mortar. So we'll just auto resolve it to get rid of it, and then we'll do some manual battles with him right to show off his stuff. Because he gets unique skills that benefit weapon strength and armor piercing for all units in the army. Contempt for Caledonian units, so basically they become their leadership isn't affected by other units routing unless they're Caledonian units. Immune to contact effects for dragons, spell resist for dragons, and then flammable contact effect for dragon units, and flaming attacks. So pretty cool. Oh, this one too. Speed and charge bonus for dragon princes in his army. Okay, I just wanted to do replenish troops first because we actually did take some damage, but we're going to go after Vol because that's what dragons are associated with.
Master of
Let's build a garrison here. Growth. Public order. Let's do the dragon one and mage recruitment.
Teclis's command.
Phoenix Call.
A convoy captain. You've hit level 20 actually, which is pretty amazing. We wanted to do grim discipline for the army.
Give the word.
This dragon mage you have access to. Let's give piercing bolts against Khorne. Understand the mutation and seeker. Yeah, this other convoy captain, we'll give him points into keep going into Bowmaster and Militia Master, since all of his stuff pretty much benefits from that. Alright. Uh-oh. I completely forgot about you, Alistar. They are definitely going to team up on you. Honestly, I think we could give this a try, but we honestly don't have any chance. They have so much armor piercing, because Slayers normally don't have a great amount of armor piercing, but their weapon base damage is so high, they can get through our units actually alright. Hate to lose this guy right away, but we're going to auto-resolve it. I honestly don't think I can win that. We have Tyrion coming to help this way too. He'll be able to do a lot more damage. Because, like, Spearman and Silver and Guard are great in most instances. Oh, he's actually coming this way. Are great in most instances because their melee defense is so high. But, oh, we lost our chariots. Yeah, because their melee defense is so normally so high, they have really good time defending a front line. But Slayers have such incredibly high melee attack for normal units that they can basically just get past our melee defense without a problem. If we were facing armored dwarf infantry like Longbeards or Ironbreakers, then it would be a different story. But right now, it's it's not anything we can deal with. Okay, we need to move you out in channeling stance though. Don't keep pushing up here.
We need not fear our lessons. Master of magic.
Right. No, that there. That's fine. Oh, you're besieged. By Gromandel and his secondary army. Okay, that one's a very tough battle because we did take some damage attacking an army before. We can win that in a siege battle if it comes down to it, though. Because Gromandel's pretty damaged, and he's the biggest issue. Moranian's Wayshard. Okay, you were gonna come help fight the dwarves, but I think I actually might need you up this way. Ooh, we can get Invocation of Vol now. That'll be... Oh, wait. Why can't... Oh. It's because our Lord is moving. This would be great in a siege battle. Reaverbow, Missile Strength, Bound, Spell. Crown of Authority gives leadership for the army, plus minus corruption, physical resist. That's not great. Tool of the Desks, One's a Magic Power Reserve, Amulet of Foresight. And none of these are really great. This gives higher physical resist and missile resist though, so we'll take that one. But, oh, you can't make it to Grondon in this one turn? That's kind of disappointing. Yeah, you have... Let's do Master Strategist, since you do have some Phoenix Guard. Okay, well... We'll move it in encampment stance so we don't take any attrition. Well, let's build up Black Pillar? Yeah. No. Let's do Spite Reach first. Okay, unfortunately we can't deal with this guy right now, but they're sending more armies out here.
Assume standard formation.
I don't have anything to do with this guy at the moment.
Remove this threat.
But I'm going to be offensive with Eltharion just because I want to get rid of these guys. Weaken their faction.
Make an example of them.
Because I could keep pushing this way, but... Oh, okay, Nagron has 2 territories over here. Okay, well that's good to know.
The Warden of Tor Ivres. Failure.
I was trying to figure out where their armies were, or their settlements were, but...
Never fought. That is tomorrow's destination.
Well, you're going to take a shush no matter what. Can't help it. Okay, we've got all the magic we want. This gives... armor when defending and reduce construction time and cost for walls and garrison buildings. That's not a big deal right now. Let's give you
Rook,
bonuses
no
to archer stuff, since Mistwalkers do benefit from that.
What do you require?
Hey, Wolfric did take this back. Oh, I guess he just sacked it. That's fine.
Valiant.
Well, I guess we could send out this guy to go take the last settlements of
You will never hold us.
Nagarond.
I await your command. Guide me.
That way we don't have to send Eltharion all the way that way. Or they can meet up at least. Well, you can get both of these. Cool. I only thought you could do one, but no, you can do both. Awesome. Show off champion Ladriel. You can't go down this yet because you're not high enough rank.
Your command.
Yeah, it looks like we've reached the southern end of Skulltaker's Empire, on the coast at least, so we'll start going through the land now.
This is beneath me. We will drive you out. Direct me.
This actually has medicinal plants, which I need to get a technology. So, we'll look at that. Eldor, 9 more turns. White Tower, you're no way to get into tier 5. One more turn for Kothik to get its landmark.
Warden of Safari. You seek illumination.
What do you seek? Leading the way.
Let's switch all the gates over to growth. A Granger, we have 832, which we're almost there to Safari to get Techless, so I'll save. Because we make a fair amount of growth. Actually, we don't need the extra growth here. Yeah, let's keep this where it is, so we can get the Grandeur return, because we get 3 Grandeur return from that, so that's 12 in total with this 4 settlements. Right, switch that one over as well. Galador, I want to keep where you are. Warlear, keep where you are. We have enough money that I'm not worried about reducing construction costs for the most part.
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown. Land ahoy.
Okay. There's Scarbrand? Oh no, just an Exalted Bloodthirster. Okay. I'll keep upgrading. Oh, yeah, what is... just gives more post-battle loot? Gives... oh, it gives recruit rank faction-wide, plus the ability to draw the Sword of Cain, which we would like to do. It'd be a nice little capstone to our campaign. No, I want growth. Actually, I don't need growth here anymore because you're at tier 5, so we can get rid of that. Gargoth I'm going to leave as is because there's still this vassal army right there. Okay, Imric. There's no Chaos Dwarf settlements done that way. Let's have you take the Sentinels, but I'm going to put this Handmaiden in your army, so we do need to make room for you.
Easy, prey. I'll win. I always do.
Let's do
These fools.
Sister of Avalon. We'll just merge some.
Summary execution.
Handmaiden of the
I stand
Evergreen.
with you.
Bring them death.
I expect over the interim for this army to attack and these guys to march to reinforce.
It'll be no contest at
So we're going to occupy it for the extra replenishment.
The dragon shall wake.
The Imric. Anything that's rank 7 besides regiments over down? No. Stand your ground will be nice though. Okay, this is going to benefit our Swordmaster Regiment over down and the White Line Regiment over down, so we'll do that one. Noble. Champion of Vol. We don't have any magic in this army yet either. We did recruit a mage, but she's going to
Mage of
take
Wolfswell.
several turns to get here.
Continue later.
Master of high magic.
Okay, we're not going to send you up to Nagashazar because it's going to take forever, so we'll bring you up this way.
Destiny lies there. A new
You'll get us in the settlement though to get some extra replenishment.
purest sorcery.
Okay, that's it for settlements. Give access to regrowth and that. So let's do another point into dwellers below.
I second this.
Lethanar, you being besieged. So I can't do anything about that at the moment. Technology, we're going to finish Teachings of Hoeth, which will give more combat stats to characters, though. Oh, I should look to see if I had any convoys available to send out.
What do you wish to discuss?
What? Why don't you like us? I think it's just because we're so powerful. Most likely. I don't know if they'll attack Nagaron this turn. No, they're going to keep besieging it. That's fine. Hear about these. Yep. This is a convoy. You're being attacked. Oh, okay, that's a rogue army, but this army's pretty strong now. Let's take the grandeur return so we can get techless as soon as possible. Okay, this convoy, you can spend 20 influence to get cargo. Sure, why not? The Sentinels? This is Imric? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought was going to happen. Oh, they had another army I wasn't aware of. Okay, well, good thing we started sending the Lord this way.
Child's play. Infused by Hoeth's wisdom.
The winds call.
Berlinia, you get... what's your unusual location? Company docks? Okay, that one's not bad. But where's that army that was over here?
Guardian of the Phoenix.
Let's start getting you some Kothekan Knights, finally. So we can show them off. We need more melee in this army, though. So let's get, like, Swordmasters or something. I don't want to wait 2 turns. Oh, we can get more Kothekan Knights globally in 1 turn. Let's do that.
Yes.
And like to tier 4. Fortunately, its landmark is at tier 5, so it takes forever to get, even unless you're a Lethanar. Okay, we're building a garrison there. City Peak, Circle of Destruction. This stuff is fine where it is. Okay, you're gonna come and try to help Lethanar. You're probably not gonna get there in time. Let's make sure we put all of our points into Earthblood to make it cheap. Our High Mage, Fiery Convocation, because that's a great armor piercing spell. Convoy, 2 turns, 3 turns, okay. Techless, it stayed about the same, sometimes they'll go down. Hagrief, you're probably actually safe for now, so I actually am going to rebuild you. What tier is it at? It's at tier 3. Okay, so let's use our growth at the Temple of King then. Skulls. Got wine. I want growth first. I don't really care about trade resources at the moment. Oh, I should have put that on. Spell resist, put that on some treemen. Full growth in Grund. I don't really care about money, so the gold mine is fine wherever it is. We'll get to it eventually. That. I've replenished troops already, so. Right, we should sort an army to deal with these guys, though. Here we can recruit sword masters, and that's basically it. For now, and probably white lions. What can we recruit here? About the same. Alistar, you're back in 3 turns. You're level 19, so let's hit you. You're already on a dragon, sweet. Our Caledonian Sentinels actually aren't that expensive globally. Though a bunch of them, they'll be good against Norscan infantry. Okay, you're just gonna not worry about Norscan anymore. We're gonna go after the Dark Elves. Okay, I can't make it to the Fortress of the Damned in 1 turn anyway, so you're gonna go in encampment stance. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to get there in 1 turn anyway. No attrition right here, so let's do Release Blessing. Make sure we... it's frozen territory right there, so we don't want to be in that.
Following your orders.
Okay, I don't know where the dwarf armies are, so probably they're over here. Let's go into encampment stance, and some of our Sisters of Avalorn are damaged. If they want to attack this army, I'm much more confident we can win. A lot of our units are close to rank 7, and we've got Aminar. We've got really good heroes. We've got magic, dragons. I'm pretty happy where we would be at. Oh, that's right. You have the ability to upgrade some stuff some more. Let's take Loxodon. We can't get in 1 turn.
A noble and worthy cause. Standing
This guy's level 20 now. That's pretty cool. Man, it feels like technology stuff still takes forever, even though we have a crap ton per turn. Hey, you're gonna come out and attack Norska.
Bring them doom.
Orders.
Let's give you... What do you have in your army? Kind of a mix of everything, so the Elven God stuff isn't going to be super impactful. Yeah, we have plus for everything that we actually have in the army, so we'll just give him more personal skills.
Noble son of Otho.
Well, we need to take a look at Emmerich, though.
illumination. Off I go.
Protector of Elfland.
Man, we finally ran out of money. That's amazing. I guess we did recruit several more armies, so kind of makes sense. Emmerich. Okay, let's look and see what's in these armies. Oh, they got plague toads. That's mostly hobgoblins. Not too much to worry about. They do have 2 regiments every now that are nasty, though. Let's look at the battle. Okay, we should be okay. We get to see Emmerich in action finally, now that we confederated him at the end of last episode, I believe. But this is our first good look at the Caledonian Sentinels that are not the Dragon Gate version. So they're Dragon Princes on foot. Big physical resist. They have contempt, actually, so anything that's not Caledonian units, like Dragon Princes or anything, they actually don't take any leadership penalties if some of them are out. Not going to be a huge issue in this campaign, because we have very high leadership stuff like Sisters of Avalon, who are going to be doing lots of damage. Emmerich leading the attack on here. We have 3 Sun Dragons, who are going to be accompanying our Noble. They're going to start to get some really good value on some of these units. Dragon Princes in over here, trying to get around so we can get some rear charges, but Emmerich going after this Lamassu. Kill it as soon as we can, because he is silencing him right now and restricting his ability to use abilities. So, Sisters of Avalon, just trying to get some nice shots off. Plague Toads coming in. These guys are a part of a allied outpost units that they did get. But lots of units coming in. Another Chaos Dwarf reinforcements that has the 2 regiments over now, the Ice Forge Legion Hell Cannons, which normally have 4 models instead of 1, so they're very, very dangerous. Along with the Demon's Tongue, a Iron Demon pulling a Dreadquake Mortar, which does actually manage to hit our Dragon Princes over here. So they were slowed down for quite a while because of the Monstrous Impact. It slows their speed by 60%, which is massive. So we got to avoid that as much as possible. Get into the back and shut these things down. Emmerich has taken out the Lamassu. Just one more attack. It is still being silenced, so we have to kill that thing. Moon Dragon doing pretty well against the Plague Drones. Our 2 Moon Dragons over here, getting on top of the Orc Laborers and Chaos Dwarf Warriors, but the Sorcerer Prophet just gets annihilated by the Sisters of Avalon. We kind of had a little bit of a choke point battle here, but we will move our guys up in a little bit so they can get more action. Another Chaos Dwarf army. This one still pretty dangerous. Hobgoblin Archers, but it does have some Fire Glaives and I believe some Infernal Guard right there. So we do have to be careful. Dragon Princes trying to shut down these guys, unfortunately didn't quite get it. The Dreadquake Mortar is kind of nasty because it's unbreakable and it doesn't have any crew members, so you basically just have to kill the entire unit to get rid of it. But it does a little bit of friendly fire right there on some of the Chaos Dwarf crew of the Hell Cannons, but I'm going to try to keep them alive. Our other force has started to advance and get into position where we can take on some of these units in greater quantity. Emmerich and the Moon Dragons up here, moving in for some breath attacks. Some of these super clumped up guys, look how many units hit right there. Very, very nice. Not too much value yet, but then we bring down the piercing bolts, the bound ability Emmerich gets. He's also using the dragon armor to get some health back. But our noble and Moon Dragon over here, trying to kill this great Taurus. Dragon Princes didn't quite finish off the Dreadquake mortar, but we did shut down the Iceforge Legion. We got its crew off of the artillery piece, sorry. So they aren't going to be active anymore. But we're trying to move forward our units, try to get some showcase right here. These Sword Masters can absolutely wreck the Hobgoblin Cutthroats and the Chaos Dwarfs coming in. We'll send in our Caledonian Sentinels in just a little bit, see them a little bit more in combat. I love the dragon armor of Dragon Princes and Caledonian Sentinels. They're awesome. It's a callback to the first age of the High Elves, when their armor was forged in dragon blood to ward off chaos and dragon breath, actually. So, because actually in the tabletop, if you had dragon armor, depending on the edition, you were actually immune to flame attacks. So that's pretty cool. Kind of wish that transferred over to a higher degree in Total War, because initially, Dragon Princes before the Chaos Dwarves were introduced, and like Tyrion, they had like a 75% resistance to fire. Now it's down to 35 because the Dawizar have a lot of flaming attacks, so they didn't want to be at such a heavily one-sided matchup. But Nobles moved in. We finally have shut down the Dreadquake mortar. It is dead. Dragon Prince is trying to clean up the crew of the Iceforge Legion, but some Hobgoblin Sneaky Gits coming in along with some Hobgoblin Archers trying to get some shots off. Sun Dragon wrecking these Chaos Dwarfs blunderbusses, although it did take a good volley from it before it got on top of them. But yes. The Lines of Kurnow. So these are the Regiment of Renown Christian Hunters. So they trade their anti-large missile attack for more armor piercing and being anti-large in melee. So they have these really cool glaives, which is pretty awesome. They're a really cool unit. I actually really like these guys. Wish we got to see a little bit more of them in the campaign, but it took a while to actually get Praise built up. Overseer over here, getting routed. Caledonian Sentinels pushing on top of him. Emmerich still taking a little bit of fire from these Infernal Guard and stuff. Hobgoblin Archer's not going to do a whole lot because their missile attacks are flaming and he has a big fire resist, so. But the Infernal Guard with fire glaives can be kind of dangerous. Moon Dragon's just trying to finish off these last little units, but it feels like we finally hit army losses. Able to do quite a bit of work. Our Moon Dragons did really well. Breath Tax did very well as well. Emmerich almost 400 kills. Only 65 in these guys with plenty of value. Handmaiden trying to chase all of them off, but we're going to do our best to clean these guys up so we don't have to deal with as many of them next battle. Alright, let's take healing because we don't have access to a mage for healing for the army. Emmerich does have healing from the dragon armor of Caledor. But, a master strategist to benefit our Caledonian Sentinels.
Strategy beyond compare.
Let's wipe out this army.
They will know Caledor's name. Kill them. I cannot.
Okay, you'll come up this way.
High magic.
Oh, I didn't see this army. Black Fortress. Good garrison's pretty weak still. Can Emmerich make it there? He can if we march, so let's do that. I don't want to lose this while we're building everything up.
The dragon shall wake.
Do Speed of Assyrian and Valor of Ages. Up here, so it doesn't matter for the Everqueen, you can get Influence and Grandeur per turn. But then your big final upgrade is Stand Your Ground and Leadership for the army. Volley of High Arrows. Then you get Hawk's Precision, so that's bonus damage for archers. This one you get heals through the Tears of Isha, though. And a Root, which is pretty good. We'll go down that one.
Caledor's chap.
You guys are exactly where I want you. I think Emmerich was our last guy, because Lethan, are you being besieged? Let's actually switch all this stuff over to Grandeur per turn. so we can get techless faster. Because that's a big boost in grandeur if I do all of these things. Hopefully that's enough to get techless. I think we make like 150 grandeur a turn passively. Here. I'm just worried about the siege at Nagarond. Oh, they're coming after Tyrion. If we auto-resolve it, we lose almost everything. We're in encampment stance right now, so we get the extra leadership and melee defense. Let's do it. Oh, we have our reenactment of the War of the Beard. Or not reenactment, but the second phase of the War of the Beard. 2 dwarf armies coming at us. Lots of slayers, very, very high experience. Luckily for us, though, the secondary army is the one that has all the artillery. So we're going to try to push in with our characters, try to get some value on the units that we can while they wait for their reinforcements. No artillery for us, but we do have pretty good army. Sisters of Avalorn, Phoenix Guard, White Lions, and the Wardens of the White Tower Regiment over now. But we are really going to struggle, even against Slayers in melee, because they have so many buffs. Like, look at these guys, 93 base weapon strength, and a fair amount of that's armor piercing plus a big bonus for large, so we're going to try to do our best right now to kill off this runesmith before we can get too much value in the coming battle. But Tyrion going to go after the Thane. The Demon Slayer coming in, though. This guy can be very nasty, especially if he gets on our Noble, which he did right there. Big attack, that anti-large bonus. But Dragon Mage coming over, dropping the Reikland Rune Fang to get more melee attack on these guys. The Runesmith is basically dead. Get the Phoenix Blade bombardment down to Caradrian, which wipes him out. But for the rest of the Dwarf army, it's pretty much all Slayers, with a few things of miners, but the second army is coming in now. This is the one I was more worried about, because they have a Dragon Slayer hero, they have some Thunderers, but the artillery is the big thing. Cannons, 2 Doomseekers, 2 Bolt Throwers, and some Iron Drakes and stuff, so we got our work cut out for us for this battle, but Tyrion just barely misses most of the units there with his Sunfang ability. So, not great, but he's going to take on this Thane. Thane's massive melee defense, even against Tyrion's offense, is very, very hard. Because Tyrion is getting very, very tired. Man, I wish he had perfect vigor. He'd be so much better that way. But he can only get so much. He's already a beast in combat. But Phoenix Guard, we're not going to have them charge because they have expert charge defense. But these Doomseekers are going to be pretty nasty. These guys do have very high melee attack, and they have magic attacks, so they're going to get through the physical resist of our Phoenix Guard. So it's not a great matchup, but we got to do our best. We are keeping our Life Mage over here relatively close to get some heals off, but our Handmaiden just gets wrecked by those hammers. So we're trying to pull her back into the back line so we can get some support over there, but Dragon Princes and Ammon are coming for some really nice rear charges and flanking charges on these Slayers. But the Hammers with Grudge Settlers going to move in. These guys have Frenzy. They're very, very nasty. White Lions will do okay against them, though. But in the backfield, our Dragon Mage did rout off some of the Bolt Throwers, but he's getting shot by the Cannons and the Goblin Heroes real fast. So he's taking a lot of damage very, very quickly. Iron Drake's trying to get our Noble and Caradrian, who have dealt with these other Bolt Throwers. So all the artillery is down except for these Cannons. but we are struggling still. Aminar getting some nice value now, holding up the front line. That is something that's nice, that he disrupts formations quite a bit. So the dwarves really rely on their mass to keep them in place. But the Demon Slayer pushes through the front lines onto some of our Sisters of Avalor now. Not great matchup for us. But Dragon Prince is still getting around. They're still basically full health. We've kept them healthy with healing. But Aminar finally gets some kills. He has 20,000 HP, so very, very much. But our Sun Dragon does get routed off at the last second by the Goblin Heroes, getting some nice value under them. Even with Gradrin trying to disrupt them, they just barely pull off the artillery pieces. So we were just not quite fast enough to get there. These cannons still active though, which is kind of annoying because we've killed almost all of the crew, but they still have one artillery piece. Wants to keep shooting for now. But Caradrine, look at that. Man, the Phoenix Blade bombardment is so good. Kills units very, very quick. Tyrion trying to kill off that Thane who died for a very, very long time. But our front line really, really struggling. Even these Regiment of Renown Swordmasters struggling due to the overwhelming dwarf numbers, which is kind of funny. They actually rout for a quick second. We did get to use some of their bound abilities, but part of the reason they went down so quick is the centered armor from those Grudge Settler Slayers, because they reduce armor with because of that. But our mage just barely managed to survive, get out of the melee with the Slayers, and get a regrowth on itself. But we are trying to keep our units as healthy as possible. These Phoenix Guard actually holding up very well. Basically at full health still. These guys not doing so hot. Aminar, though, a little bit less than half HP, so we do throw down a regrowth, which he's healing 0.88% per second, which is massive for Aminar because it's percentage based. So he's getting a lot. But there's our Regiment of Renown Swordmasters coming back. They have their round abilities. We'd use that Fiery Convocation to great effect, roast some of these Slayers. But we're still having trouble. Tyrion trying to get out, so we throw down Sun Fang on these Longbeards. It looks like we've finally gotten army losses on the dwarf force, but those Slayers are going to fight to the death. So we're going to do our best not to take too much damage to them and try to get as much value as we can. These Goblin Healers are still active, actually. I didn't notice that. But Aminar just gets a really big splash attack right there. Finally takes them off the artillery pieces. But these White Lions only got 8 kills because they were fighting this Demon Slayer the entire time. Unfortunately, they're probably going to get wiped out because of that. But Mage has been very, very instrumental in this battle. Without that healing, we would have lost this battle by like a large margin. So very, very good. Aminar, 300 kills. The Dwarf Lord manages to get away, but we're trying to clean up some of these units with the Dragon Princes and such, who still did remain pretty healthy. They only lost 1 model. These guys lost 18, so. But fair amount of kills, good value on those rear charges. These Slayers still getting to the Sisters of Avalon. Luckily, they have pretty good stats, so they're going to be able to fend these guys off without too much problem. But just that stupid Demon Slayer. 65 kills on a lot of expensive units, too. Now he's fighting Phoenix Guard, so. Fortunately for them, not great matchup because that physical resist does not come into play anymore. This Phoenix Guard, actually on the tabletop, they could get a ward save from the Anointed Eviscerian, who was the Lord version of the Phoenix Guard. So that's a unit I'm really hoping to see in the next DLC, probably in the Slaanesh DLC if the High Elves accompany Slaanesh. But Demon Slayer finally was down. Goblin Hero, I think, is the only unit still active, but these Phoenix Guard got down to 6 models. Just these, oh yep, just these last little bits of the Goblin Hero crew fighting. Aminar trying to kill them off. Which, Aminar's freaking crazy because it has no base melee defense, so it takes a lot of damage if you're not careful. But it absolutely wrecks things because it disrupts formations so bad that even like heavy mass anti-large infantry has a hard time dealing with it. I love that. It's been really fun in this campaign to use him. But characters, just trying to kill off some of these units in the back along with the Dragon Princes as we keep trying to rout them. That Thane managed to survive basically this entire battle despite Tyrion attacking him for like the majority of that. He's got maybe 1 good hit left if Tyrion gets a good attack off. Tyrion has a fair amount of weapon strength, along with frenzy, so he has really high melee attack. Finally, the thing goes down, but took forever. Well, we lost a few units, and our Dragon Mage nearly died. He got ran off the map, but overall, still went okay. Sick the heal, though. Okay, no attack on Nagarons. Interesting. Malekith's army is still around Haggrave, if I remember right.
Greetings.
Why? Is it just because we're so strong? Yeah, pretty much.
I am the heir of Anarion.
Everyone's canceling their trade agreements. No, that's like several thousand gold a turn. Our convoy, just use up the influence. Okay, the Tower of Prophecy, Marathi's legendary Palace of Decadence, has at last fallen to the Asher. For the first time in history, High Elves wander the luxurious black marble halls as conquerors, not captives. The White Tower has requested the aid of one of your scholars, Leia Quinn, to assist in burning the tomes from the Sorceress's vast library of dark magic. Walking the stacks over, Leia Quinn is awed by the splendor of the collection. There are secrets here written nowhere else, rare knowledge at risk of being lost forever. Hastily, Leia Quinn bends you a letter. Should they defy the White Tower to study these tomes, or should these malignant pages be fed to Assyrian's fire? So we could study the tomes, and that would give Zenith's corruption and Grand. She would get cooldown to spells, Wind of Magic cost reduction for overcast spells, and Boundless Doombolt. Study the tomes only to be safe. We would get. It's not that great. Incorrupt gives resistance to Slaanesh corruption, and it also gives grandeur, which we want. Gift of Slaanesh. By Heltharian. That's funny. Torture. Let's get your landmark. It's going to take 4 turns before we can recruit anything with it, though, unfortunately. Okay, you have all these
Making my way.
Hothican Knights, which I'd like to see at one point.
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown. Going ashore.
We'll put you in the settlement so you don't take attrition from the storm. Okay, you're going to keep pushing
They are
to that territory. You have a really good army to face off, right? Because you have lots of anti-large, armor-piercing, whatever you need. List Lord, we'll have you take this settlement. We'll loot and occupy it just to make sure we stay at full health.
That will incur my wrath.
Okay, I can make it to the Fortress of the Damned. Great.
Prince,
Alright, we lose 2 units. One of them is a regiment of renown. I'm fine with that, though.
Lord of Rest needs it all. My solemn duty. Remain vigilant.
Master, Warden Stand, and probably benefits to Mistwalkers first. Cavill, what lore passive do we want? Life Bloom is great for healing because Eltharion has the high magic one, which is a ward save. So let's do Life Bloom. That you have to hit rank 40, so let's just get you some Caledonian Sentinels. They're pretty good offensive infantry.
I await your command.
Okay, Malekith, you've got 2 settlements left.
What would you have of
This army was being recruited just to deal with
At them!
these Norskin vassals. Which they've gone after the frozen city, that's fine.
Your word? Alariel the Evercool.
Okay, ooh, Malekith. Yeah, we can't deal with these guys.
High Elven Arch.
This is one of Malekith's last settlements. So let's take it.
Ulfwang prevails. Asurian protects.
So the only one he has left is over in near Sigvald's faction. Right there. Inevitable City. Come on, Teclis. Yes, we can actually get Teclis. Cool.
I am Teclis, High Law Master.
So we get Winds of Magic Power Reserve return. Okay, nothing really to worry about.
Alifanar.
This army. Oh, you can actually. What we're going to do is that we're going to bring. Actually, can we recruit Teclis right away? Or is he still wounded? No, we can get him right away. He's only level 9, though. Okay, that's fine. What you're going to do is you're going to come over here to where you're close enough to come on to assist, and then we'll swap this lord with Teclis. Just Teclis. There.
High Law Master of Hoeth. My
Your normal
power is
stance.
yours.
Our oath. Our fight.
Ha!
High Law
Let's
Master
march
of
Teclis close enough to where he should be able to
There is
reinforce.
only vengeance.
He gets Gromrindel.
Your king calls. It's war. They shall
For the
earn their
healing.
freedom.
Then you'll go back into the settlement because your army's very damaged.
Mage. Hoeth's chosen.
Let's do that. Okay, Tyrion.
Champion of the
We dealt with one army pretty much completely, so you'll take this army out and then take the settlement back.
Bind.
As you command. I lust for battle. Your orders?
Okay, that army that we defeated marched all the way down there. That's fine.
Magic in purest form.
Put you on auto sign now? Yeah. Mentor.
Speak.
Lariel. Oh, you're going to take up Malekith. So if we attack this settlement, the Great Arena, because he's in range and they're both at war with us. Oh no, I forgot. They're at war with one another.
To battle.
We're going to sack it and then try to kill off Malekith.
Radiant.
You fight that one. Take the heal. And hopefully you have enough movement range. You don't have enough movement range to get back into the settlement. That sucks. Because you might try and attack her.
Alariel the Radiant.
You're level 20, but we want to get your points to that. Their ages. Okay.
What do you require? Splendid.
Well, that's a pretty strong garrison. I don't really care though. We're at the point in the campaign where it doesn't really matter anymore. We take some losses. Because we let's do this to get rid of corruption actually. Because we can recruit globally really fast. We have plenty of regiments of renown.
Your request.
Collar and then loose.
Direct me.
Of high magic.
Alright, you can take out this Chaos Dwarf army.
I decree death.
They're gonna retreat.
No contest at all. They will
Take the
rebuild
healing.
Calador's hall. No
Back into
disturbance.
the settlement. Where's our mage? She's on her way to join Emmerich.
I wield
Okay,
the
you
wind.
can't get there in one turn to take the Darkhold.
Strategy beyond compare.
Oh wait, why did I get... Oh, Master Strategist, I forgot that benefits Phoenix Guard, but it's actually Vanguard Master that benefits the Dragon Princes on foot. Dang it. Okay. Desert, beautiful. Where was the Fort Growth actually? Yep. It's probably our last turn. We've dealt with Malekith's army. I think all of them. So he's just down to one settlement.
I am an Aryan reborn.
Nope. Oh, they actually do attack Nagrand. Oh, it's because Gromaldor comes back really fast. I actually don't think I could win that one, because Gromaldor's at full health, and we just don't have anything to do with him. I'm okay actually losing that army. The campaign's over anyway. Oh, they came out with two armies.
Take flight.
Ah. That's what happens when we build an army exactly tailored to fight you.
All lesser beings deserve.
Okay. Convoy completed. We haven't seen the Kothikan Knights in combat. If we get a real quick battle here, just to see them real fast. Quick little battle here at the end of the campaign, just to show off our Kothikan Knights. These guys are pretty awesome. They're Silver Helms, who are a hybrid unit, so they still have the very good stats and armor of Silver Helms, but then they also have missile attack with 140 range, so they're basically like combined Silver Helms with Illyrian Reaver Archers. Not too much armor piercing, but that's alright. But they do have Vanguard deployment, immune psychology, and they're frenzied in melee. So these guys can do a lot of damage against the right targets with range, but also very good in melee. 60 charge bonus still, so very, very cool. I really love Kothik. Kothik is a very underrepresented kingdom for the High Elves. But these guys are going to bypass some of these units getting to the back, but it looks like some of our units did get caught by these zombie Deccan mobs with polearms. But we have two dragons, we have murderworms coming in, dragon princes trying to push through. This just wanted to be a little bit of a showcase for our Kothikan knights. Pretty cool looking though. Oh, they actually have the cloaks as well, of like Lothian Seaguard or something. Which is cool, because if you guys don't know the lore, actually, Kothikan Silverhelms are actually known to ride their horses even on ships and fight on horseback, even in naval warfare, which is pretty cool. But Murworms, this one's a summon. The other two, though, are not. They are pushing into these zombies, trying to shut them down. Our prince actually did take a fair amount of damage from this admiral in melee due to her anti-large. But, oh no, sorry, she's the pistol one. But you still take a lot of damage. But we very quickly have routed the Dark Elf. We very quickly have routed the Vampire Army. Just a little quick showcase for fun to show off our Quothican Knights. They're actually really cool units. I like them.
Free them.
Feet. 372, so we don't have enough for that.
Protector of Elf One.
That's okay.
Our journey is not over.
Well, lost Nagarond. Teclis will finish off Grombrindal. No, I guess there's two Delgarth armies up here that we do have to worry about. Teclis should be able to catch him.
The gods have spoken.
Let's take the heal though, since we are not in friendly territory.
Lilith, hear me.
You take attrition because of the snow no matter what, so it's not worth it to try to take that.
I am your queen.
Hoeth's chosen.
But for you, let's get stuff
High Lawmaster
for
of Hoeth.
healing.
High Elven Archer.
These armies will most likely run away, but that's fine. No, okay. Did they lose their last settlement to the Forces of Chaos?
Entirely without value.
It doesn't look like it.
Tyrion, heir of Aneria, champion of the Ever Queen.
But let's make our last attack.
Without question.
And this should wipe out the Dark Elves, and that will be our short victory and the end of our campaign, most likely. Oh, there was an ambusher there. Okay. Good thing we missed that.
We will drive you out.
Short victory! Yes! It's been a very, very fun campaign. I think the only regiment, or the only unit from our mod that we weren't able to show off was the Shadow Knights, the regular units. We did use the Regiment of Renown at one point.
I am ready.
But, oh, the Creation Hunters too. We didn't get a chance to show them off. But that's okay. They're really cool units. You'll enjoy them if you use them in your own campaign. I'm Foe-Hammer. Thank you so much for joining me for this High Elf campaign. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.